A cloudy start first thing in the south, skies brightening up and the outlook is largely settled. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
First.
Like Audrey Hepburn in Roman Holiday today when you stand up.
I'll take that, Kate, but I don't know the reference.
You do, because you're too young. You're too young. You look gorgeous.
It's amazing.
Let's put it that way.
Thank you so much. I wrapped up warm because there are rumours that cold weather is on the way, and I want to talk about why. It's down to this thing called sudden stratospheric warming. I love a little bit of science. Now, I'll explain what it is and then why we could then turn cold. So the stratosphere is above the troposphere. The troposphere is where we have our weather, and it's cold and the air circulates in a westerly direction. What happens with the stratosphere? It warms rapidly, and then this causes the winds that are strong to slowly ease and reverse direction. So that starts at the top of the atmosphere, slowly but surely over the next few weeks that propagates down. So we normally have westerly winds with air coming across the Atlantic thanks to the jet stream. But when we have one of these warming events, it causes that to weaken and we're more likely to get air from the east. So right now we have a sudden stratospheric warming event. In a couple of weeks' time, it could cause our jet stream to weaken, which means we're more likely to see cold air coming from the east. That happened a few years ago with the beast from the east. So these often mean cold weather is on the way. So in a few weeks' time, it is all to play for. But for the time being, it is a chilly start for some. Here's the details. Yes, well, we've had our clearest skies, a chilly start, but we had a weather front move south overnight, and clear or cloudy this time of year makes an incredible difference to our temperatures. So we have the cloud across the southeast first thing this morning. Yesterday here, temperatures were way below freezing for some areas, about 10 degrees warmer compared to the cold of yesterday. A frosty start in the north, a warning for ice first thing with some showers falling. But generally another dry day ahead. A few showers for the north of Scotland and the Northern Isles. Temperature-wise, we're still average or above 7 to 10 degrees with plenty of sunshine, and the winds are light for England and Wales, but blustery winds for Scotland and Northern Ireland. This evening and overnight tonight, we slowly start to see, again, thicker cloud rolling in across the north, and it's where we have these cloudier skies. It holds our temperature up. That acts like a blanket, keeping in the heat from the day. So here, frost-free, 5s and 6s, but in the south, yet again, where it's clear and cold, it turns frosty. So mixed fortunes tomorrow, fine, dry, sunny to start for England and Wales, turning cloudier, wetter and windier for Scotland and Northern Ireland later on Friday. Good morning. Well, Andy had blue skies there, and we'll have some sunshine to rival that as we head through the next few days because the weather is largely settled. High pressure stays close by, and high pressure is like a force field. It keeps weather fronts at bay. Low pressure brings wet and windy, high or above. How do things pan out as we head through the next 7 days? Let's take a look. Like I said, high pressure has been dominating, and it keeps us largely fine and settled, and actually it's kept us relatively mild. So we'll start off looking across the north of the UK, Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England. Average temperature sits around about 7 degrees, and actually the outlook is for things to be milder as well. We head through the next few days, and that lasts into next week as well. Percentage chance of rainfall, well, it's low, with that high pressure close by, keeping the weather fronts at bay. Other than the odd spot of rain and drizzle in the far northwest, the outlook is largely fine. Fortunes further south for England and Wales for the next 7 days. Well, again, temperature-wise, we sit above average, and with a little more cloud around, some frost-free conditions through the weekend. And percentage chance of rainfall, how likely we are to see wet weather through the next few days. That high pressure does its job, keeping those weather fronts at bay. The outlook is fine and dry with plenty of sunshine, and it lasts well into the middle of next week. Good morning to you. The weather remains largely settled. High pressure dominates, keeping weather fronts at bay, and it means the outlook for today is largely dry. A little light rain first thing in the south clears, a few showers in the north, but in between, lots of sunshine to be enjoyed. Here's our veil of clouds sitting across the far southeast first thing this morning, and it means it's frost-free to start here. Welcome back to Good Morning Britain. The weather has been relatively settled and it stays that way through the next few days, thanks to high pressure. High pressure is like a force field. It keeps weather fronts at bay. The low pressures with the wind and rain stay to our north, but they skirt close by, bringing some rain at times. And actually, we had a weather front move south overnight, bringing some rain. And there's a story of sunny skies for many of us. Here's the latest satellite and radar, and we have cloud across the southeast, and that's held temperatures up. It's frost-free here after the bitterly cold start yesterday, so a much milder start for parts of England and Wales first thing this morning. And then a good-looking day ahead. Plenty of sunshine, the winds are light, temperatures above average, 9-10 degrees. Scotland and Northern Ireland, a windy start to the day, breezy this afternoon with a scattering of showers, but yet again here it's mild. Tonight, mixed fortunes. England and Wales with clear skies. Yet again, we go back to the cold, frosty conditions. Further north, we have the cloudy, mild conditions to start. And then tomorrow, a repeat performance for many of us, largely fine and dry with plenty of sunshine.